energy is the Knight of Pentacles. So we're dealing with earth energy. It could be a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, and it may be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. Now, this is the slowest knight in the deck. And earlier we had fire. That's the overarching energy, which is impulsive, wants to get moving. The Knight of Pentacles slows things down. And in fact, we had 2 sevens this week, which means that there are delays. Decisions should not be rushed. For some of you, this comes down to your resources. You may be dealing today with accountants or money managers. You may be dealing with investments, or perhaps you're dealing with somebody who is a craftsperson, somebody who works in a particular trade or an industry. Some of you, this is about owning land or traveling for business. But the bottom line is you want to deal with reliable, trustworthy people. And you're trying to build some kind of long-term, tangible result. So for some of you, you are taking some steps to make things better, to make some improvements. And it's prompted by your frustration because you're now realizing that there are some things that you should have done before that would give you greater stability, whether that is emotionally or financially, and you've decided now that you're going to take the steps. In fact, this is a night that endows you with the patience to do what you need to do. So you may be looking over your habit patterns, how you've invested your time, your money, your energy, your emotions, and what was the yield on that? Was that a good investment? So today you're going to move forward to address situations that you've been worrying about. And in some cases, you're going to bring some things out into the open so that you can get some relief. Something that you've been wondering about or answers you've been wanting to know for quite a while. And this is a day where you're very good at looking ahead, coming up with a forecast, calculating the odds accurately so that if there are any potential problems, you can get that out of the way from the start. So you are very determined to succeed right now, and you may be coming up with some new ideas, some new methods of working that make your responsibilities and duties much easier, flow better. So you're relying on yourself and creating opportunity. But today is a day where you have to be careful about pushing things. Boundary is a theme this week, and you could be overstepping yours at home, at work, or both, or dealing with people who are lashing out in frustration. So for some of you, you're having to look at where you have been or are taking unnecessary or foolish risks. And that's especially important in connection to your physical self, your health, and your well-being. Some of you need to be careful about blowing things out of proportion, or consequently not taking something seriously enough, taking too much for granted. A situation that should be addressed, your finances, your budget, dealing with people, yourself, your health. And you may have some encounters where, they're ego triggering. You may, start an exchange and you get a response that actually hurts. It wounds your pride. Again, especially if you've been taking someone for granted. You may have been slow to do something, and then you show up and they're not as pleased as perhaps you were expecting. So some of you also need to be careful with your health. Maybe this is a day where if you've gotten a prescription, please double check to see that it's correct, it's the right medicine, the right dosage. You may be susceptible to some unexpected side effects to medicine, or it may be challenging to figure out what's going on with you and challenging to get a treatment. Now, this is a night that can show up when issues of faithfulness, loyalty, fidelity, devotion are key to situations. So it may be that someone has been unfaithful or they haven't been loyal. This is a knight whose highest tendency is to be those things. He's hardworking, determined. He may not be the most exciting knight in the deck, but he's certainly reliable. So negatively, maybe you're dealing with somebody who has been dishonest in a financial transaction, or somebody who fails to apply effort. They're irresponsible and they involve you in some kind of problem that may be costly to you. Or maybe, they don't understand that they need to slow down, and haste makes waste because they make mistakes from rushing. Or they're just not inspired to do anything, to establish anything. They become complacent and more prone to take what you have and use it rather than create their own. So for some of you, it's about effort, determination. For others of you, it's about loyalty, devotion. But for all of you, it's about what you're putting into something and what you're getting out of it.